All right. Day two. Got my timer set for one more hour in Badlands. Let's see what type of trouble we can get into. I realized during editing that when I was coming down and off the mountain, I thought I was on the other side of the mountain. I somehow got 180 turned around inside the little flat pit where the crops are. So I do know that there's water right over there, and that's what I'm going to need to do instead of wandering back the direction I came or spending more time than I really need just aimlessly going back through the base area. So let me find the water, see if there's anything else kind of interesting out here as well. No, no. I just realized that I wasn't smart enough to place the chests and open up my inventory a little bit. Even if I find something cool, I'm sure I can get rid of some of my inventory versus doing some circles. Well, this area looks kind of neat. Oh, it didn't go down as far as I thought it would. Well, it might keep going down over there. I don't really know if there's any good I can get from checking this out, but it's kind of interesting. Oh, I'm so glad that wasn't 2 or 3 blocks taller. Oh, what an accident in hardcore mode. It's pretty. It's pretty. Almost worth what just happened. Oh, goodness. I am going to just stay on my mission of trying to stay safe, as well as getting this water just back to the base and getting some resources. Curiosity just almost killed this cat. This absolutely is a big old pool of lava. I guess that puts a lava pool on both sides of this. That's good. Oh, I thought it was becoming nighttime and I was getting ready to put the bed in my hot bar, but it's raining right now. That's what's going on. It's raining, and since it's a desert and no rain gets here, we only get the effects of rain. That's interesting. Oh, wow. He's tracking me. Oh, sure. I guess they're not passive if it's dark? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking the rain had something to do with that spider aggroing onto me. Usually during the day they stay peaceful and don't really care about you. This is pretty. This little staircase is going to be visible from a mile away. I can guarantee I'll be able to spot it out. Okay, now it kind of feels like it's getting darker. Maybe now it's, yeah, absolutely now it's getting bedtime. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the pit. If not, well, I could move here. You know, taking that alternative path back here, I really have a good amount of room just right over there. There's a little hump, and I have a good amount of room to do what I want over there as well. That's not enough for infinite water. Oh no. Yeah, I could have brought another bucket. Well, let me slow down just a little bit and do some of the things I know I need to do. Now, truly, I probably should waterlog these chests just to keep them safe in case something happens. But being in hardcore mode, I really don't think that my chests are the top priority if I have things blowing up right around here. A little unnecessary, but this way I won't be having to need 17 picks, just the one. And I'm thinking What I'm going to need to do is a mining mission. If I go down and I pick up all sorts of different resources, I believe that'll set me up to be able to move forward just a lot stronger. I'm not sure what type of farms I need to get into, what type of machines I need to build yet. It really is just seriously hardcore mode with only one biome's worth of resources. So, however, this biome has really kind of awesome resources. Really pretty, really unique, kind of a good decision. I'm thinking about trying other biomes, and something like the ocean is going to be a lot more challenging. Ice spikes is going to be interesting. Well, this is more than good enough to get started. Since I only have the one water source, which, man, usually that is not a problem in the world. But since I only have the one water source, I'm gonna need to explore on. So, since I came home this way and I discovered this mountain from over there, if I travel on that way, I can explore and get my next bucket. Then come back here and set up a mining operation underneath and let whatever plants I have get moving forward. I don't have a ton of food to explore, but I think I got enough to at least find some water and maybe one or two chests. And of course, being that it's hardcore mode, it probably makes a lot of sense for me to keep the golden apples just as close as possible. I if I get into trouble, I don't need to spend too much time standing around trying to eat food. But if I can get away from the trouble or kill the trouble off, then eat real quick before more trouble heads my way. So I think that's a good mind frame to have versus freezing and just So instead of doing that, try and keep them more as a last resort. 1.18 is just the best. So in the first episode, I talked about getting to the other corner of the mountain. This is the other corner of the mountain, and it kind of has a pretty cool little flat space down here. I only have my crops going right over there. I could potentially move down here and have really big spires right next to me, really big peaks, but I don't think that's too important. Maybe if I need to do a big farm later on in life, then that'll be a neat area, just a pretty and an enjoyable area. But for the time being, I'm enjoying being right over there. It looks like there are really interesting peaks over this way. Kind of floating. I see a mine shaft under there, so I might be able to get my chests after all. But taking a journey in 1.18 before you have elytra, this is just difficult. Why are you here, buddy? Oh, why did you get me? Oh, and of course I don't have water on me. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Day one, I really did stumble across a pretty good spot to make camp. However, right down there, with kind of more, at this point, a hill, at this point in Minecraft's existence, with big mountains in the distance, there's just to be so early on in the game and have found so many different cool places to be. It's I'm wanting to now just create arbitrary farms, like kind of a big dam again. Doesn't really do anything, but it helps this look even better if possible. Looks so good. Well, that's a little bit more difficult to get to than I thought it was going to be. I'll come back to that flat area I was just talking about and look around from there. See if there's anything back this direction. Oof, I am just hundreds of blocks now away from that base camp. And seriously, not a drop of water anywhere. And interestingly, since the traveling is going so far, just random spot after random spot, if I get twisted up, if I have a twitch in my arm, that twists me up, or if I don't pay attention inside a mine shaft or something, when I come out, I'll be done for. I found a chest. I'm happy. I'll be done for though. So I gotta be really careful moving forward. Ooh, that's enough diamonds to make a pick before ever even really going down into a cave. That's good news. And that's also good news. I guess because water is just so easy to travel, I might as well look around while there's a pretty easy way to do that. I can't believe I found an ocean in the desert. This might become real important if I want to do any sort of big farm where I just do not want to have to worry about mobs spawning anywhere near. There's nothing to clear out here, and there's a little starting platform. So it can't be an ocean, right? No, sure can't be an ocean. But seriously. Yeah, I was not expecting this journey to be so big. I guess my best move is to place my boat kind of going back in a straight line as best as guess as I have. Yeah, I'm not afraid of you anymore during the day. Wait, did I hear spiders somewhere? Yeah, I might as well go in and see if there's anything a little bit deeper. Oh, yeah, definitely deeper stuff. Oh, wow, excellent. Completely worth it. Oh, alright. Well, that's good news. Oh, it's almost too much. It's almost too much. A lot of the items are starting to repeat, but getting things like the books, that's gonna be semi-addicting. It really always would just be easier to get a villager trade set up. Even here where I'm gonna have to lure zombie villagers and do the whole converting and everything. Yeah, those chests are awesome. Just, I guess the more I really think about it, the more it really is kind of just like traveling the end cities. It's really advantageous, but I really am in a situation where I need to get established more than anything. And maybe get a pearl or two. No, don't. There we go. Now you can come to a safe spot. There we go. Just come on down. That was not smooth, bro. Alright, you get another try. You get another try. I'm right here. I'm right here. Let's go. Oh, you... I don't have any armor on, do I? I got a little bit. So, I really wish this had an appropriate little platform for him before something silly like that happens. So yeah, wandering around and getting some of the resources that were in the chests, really helpful. Just really helpful. It would work to do nomadic, and you really probably could travel to the world border right off the bat because of those chests. I just kept getting bread, and if you ever had to slow down and make your seeds into bread, not a problem. You would be traveling by so much grass. I did set one torch down here, so traveling home at night actually was about the easiest. But I'm not the biggest fan of nomadic. I want to make a pretty good base camp and get all the necessities taken care of before seeing what type of luxuries I can get into. Oh, there's another Enderman. Doesn't look like anyone will be around. Let me see if I can aggro him. Sweet. Sweet. Are you going to be on that side? No? Oh, hi, buddy. Well, that was easy. You made it easier than the last guy. Hey, you paid off better too. I really would assume that right now this cliff edge would just be kind of littered, just covered with mobs. But really I'm not really seeing them. It doesn't make sense that the caves down low are taking up the spawns. Maybe just there's so much more terrain I can't see than previous versions of Minecraft. I mean, of course, there's the same amount of mob spawning. As I haven't been in this area for any time really at all, I really couldn't imagine that the local difficulty's gone anywhere. So I can imagine that keeping it a little bit light, but not really, not really keeping it light enough to where I can walk home at night. I wasn't expecting this. Okay, so now it's just all memory. I really think it's as simple as just walking in a straight line. If I don't even touch my mouse, well, I don't think I'll be fine. But yeah, just right over here. I don't think the mountain will look extremely familiar since it was kind of a longer mountain I came down. But let me get to this clearing. There should be a pretty mountain on the right and kind of a longer mountain, a longer sloped area for me to climb up on the left. I am not even having to run to avoid mobs. Okay, there was once or twice so far I did, but just the terrain like this, they can't keep up, even at walking. I can stay usually just far enough away from the spiders to not worry about arrows. This is insanely easy for hardcore mode. That being said, I do not know why I'm traveling with half hearts. That's not smart of me at all. So there's that guy. If I had a splash potion... Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh. Glad I put that water down, just as a little reflex to help give me a little safer spot. I'm gonna need to get out of here, though. Oh, and I can't leave this water behind, can I? Alright, no creeper, go. Okay, I just dropped in a hole, which confused me a little bit. So, I think I'm fine. I think the pretty mountain is that to the right, and I need to go up this direction to get back to the base. Yeah, there's those neat little peaks. I'm good to go. You know, it is totally worth living somewhere beautiful, but oh my goodness, it's amazing how much time I've used on just traversing around. Like I did, well, it was near 1,000 meters, 1,000 blocks to head out. It took just much longer than I thought it would. Most of the time in a world like this is really just bouncing around, just hopping around. It's fun. I like it. Oh, just that easy. It already has a feeling of home. Just coming over this little crest and seeing the clouds covering and magically wandering through the mountains. So nice. You know, if I just could have stayed at spawn, pretty sure all of this would have been grown by now. Spawn will stay active, right? So it would have been nice to come back to all the crops being done. Just not worth living at spawn relative to here. I guess the idea of just spam seeding, just one seed after one seed after one seed, that's probably not a bad idea to get your spawn on, because it just looks like, luckily there is food, but it's just kind of not the easy type of food to do in the game. Especially things like beetroots. I'm absolutely going to have to research and figure out how to make the stew. I'm already getting a bit of the urge to go to the Nether and see what I can bring home from there. If I can get a potion brewing stand, then that'll help me get zombies moving forward. And collecting ender pearls in the Nether, oh, there's just like two or three easy ways. Well, two that I can think of offhand. Just super easy ways of making that happen. And out here, it's just fine getting the ender pearls when I have an opportunity to. Just old school, just kind of a slower method. So yeah, as bad as I want to keep exploring or get myself into the Nether, I think I do think that finding a cave and heading down, that'll be a little dangerous, but it'll be just the same as digging a staircase straight down. I don't think that's as fun or as interesting. And just being 1.18, there should be caverns that lead me all the way down. I'll bring a diamond pick and collect a bunch of obsidian, 14 probably. Use 10 to let me build a portal, and then have 4 extra to do an enchantment table. So that gives me something to go for right now. I don't have that much resources to keep traveling that far anymore. If I'm not going to be looting those chests, I really am kind of dependent on what I've been able to collect up to this point. So instead of me trying to maximize my seeds, I'm going to keep it just more natural until I start ripping it up a little bit heavier to put some type of foundation to be able to build some structure on. I'm sure we'll start off with a little just safe hidey spot, and I really want to figure out how to automate food. Like that's always been kind of step one with food automated. I don't have to, well, literally do what I'm doing right now, kind of making the decision to stay right around here. If I can't find a cave right around here to go down, I'm gonna have to do the stairs because I really need this just to stay active and get to the next growth levels. So let me wander around. I remember seeing a few caves before I dropped down in here the very, very first time around. So let me try and figure out what direction that was and see if I can find those caves. If I can do that, I can head down and get a few more interesting things. Oh, so ambiguous if that's going to end up being good or just a tight little hole. But it is so close to where I want it to be. I went ahead and put some torches around that, so if it turns nighttime, I'll be just fine. So let me try and find that obsidian and, of course, get a little bit of armor. So, to my understanding, if I go to 16, Y16, I'll find all the armor I need and start inching into the layers that have more interesting of resources. In order to get to the diamonds, oh, I'm just gonna have to stack up if I don't do a staircase. In order to get to the diamonds, you really need to go down to, well, you can't do negative 64, which is the bottom layer, as that's bedrock. You wouldn't mine there, right? Like, even if you could, the diamonds could only generate in one small plane next to you and above you, but anything below you wouldn't work. Anything that would have generated there will just get canceled by the algorithm. So Zuma Void gave some insight and kind of ran some pretty interesting tests. It looks like 56, 58, 56 or 58 is about the best level to be at when trying to get the diamonds and redstone. I definitely know that there's caves that are a lot easier to get down than this, but I just really have to stay near the base. So it looks like I'm making it down. There's little surprise open areas that could lead to more interesting of areas. if I end up having to strip mine, I won't be too upset. That I know I'll get good resources if I do that. I guess that's right. I guess gold has more likelihood of spawning in Badlands now, doesn't it? So there should be gold littered all throughout the caves, just everywhere. That does really nothing for me, unfortunately. I don't think it does much for. It makes starting instead of me needing to get the gold in the nether to avoid aggroing certain mobs, now I'll have enough to get started and just have the boots or whatever. Well, no, because I already have it right here. Hey, it's XP. There's got to be some good to grabbing the gold. Interesting. It finally is opening up a little bit more. That's fabulous. That's such a good mimicry of what you would expect IRL, right? The game has now the thin, the medium, and the thick noodles that are all intercolliding. So we just traveled the thinnest one, and it looks like we're finding part of a larger noodle. So this is excellent. You know what though? I just don't know what lava layer is anymore. Lava just you would go down to level 12 and just have no problem getting all the lava. But now I really yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if he's going to keep getting himself. There you go. There you go. One more, I think. No, not just one more. You're wearing my shield down pretty good. I could easily just jump down there, but this is a bit more difficult. Let me get you closer. That should work. There we go. I should have done that a while ago. Well, that was unnecessarily fun. Ooh, I'm almost at my 2-hour point. But while I'm here, I want to make sure gold does give XP, right? No? Am I going to have to cook it to get XP out of it? That's annoying. Alright, it looks like down there's getting a little bit dangerous, so regardless, that's where I'm going to need to go. So I'll make a little staircase this way. I absolutely knew these little water streams were going to be everywhere, but it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So, 1 hour IRL versus 1 hour in Minecraft, sometimes it's just more journey. So, I'm at my 2-hour point. I'm going to go ahead and camp out right here, a completely unsafe area. I truly, as always, love it when you watch my videos. And we'll see you next time. Thank you much. Bye.